It's a privilege to be here today with all of you. Our agency was created by the governor through an executive order 18 months ago to really serve as a central coordinating point for all things veterans, with the primary task of connecting our veterans to their benefits and facilitating their transition home. It started because as a state, we didn't do that very well or very effectively over the past decade. In fact, Michigan ranked 53rd overall behind Guam, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and the District of Columbia, and every other state on connecting their veterans to benefits and making sure that they had opportunities as they made their transition home. By doing that, our veterans have left over $1.5 billion on the table year in and year out. And so as a state, we are charged with taking a very proactive responsibility in connecting our veterans more effectively and being able to make that transition much easier for them. As an agency, we created a strategic focus, we aligned our efforts, and we started to target process improvement opportunities. We aligned everything to 4 buckets: education, employment, healthcare, and quality of life. Because if we can successfully connect our veterans in those 4 areas, we're going to be able to put them on a path of stability for a high quality of life and to be able to contribute to the communities they so desperately look forward to returning to. I'm proud to say over the past year that we've increased the number of new claims by over 10% over the previous decade. We've dropped the average processing time for veterans to connect to their benefits from 18 months to 125 days by making process improvements and attention to quality instead of just quantity. Today, more vets are connecting and using their benefits quicker than ever before, but this is just the beginning, and that's why I'm here today. Over the next 5 years, we expect 30,000 to 50,000 additional veterans to transition back to Michigan. As the Department of Defense downsizes, and with ongoing operations, as we see just as recently as early this morning, our veterans are going to be coming home looking for the opportunity to transition to the next chapter of their life. And this is an incredible talent pipeline that we don't want to be overlooked. We know that they make great transition into the auto manufacturing realm in so many different areas. With advanced technical training in active duty, it's a resilient workforce that is able to meet the challenges that you face, highly adaptive and very trainable. This is a strong, goal-oriented, professional development-oriented potential talent pool for you. And we want to make that connection more effective. We want to make it easier, because hiring vets is more than just red, white, and blue. It's a great opportunity to get a talented workforce. It's a great opportunity to build your organization, and I like to tell people it starts with entry-level positions all the way up to your future boardroom. And so we want to make sure that veterans are considered for all areas of talent. Approximately 15% of the vets that return home are entrepreneurs. And you don't have to look very much further than Mike Ilitch, United States Marine, Richard DeVos Sr., Airman First Class, to understand that those transitions home not only mean a successful entrepreneurship, but also successful community and civic leadership. And that's something that Detroit can definitely take advantage of in the years to come. In fact, with the flooding that just occurred in the past few weeks, we've seen groups such as the Mission Continues and Team Rubicon, consisting of veterans who have transitioned home to the community, step up and take a leadership role to help citizens recover their homes. And so this is the exciting value that we offer you. So how? The most important thing that I want to tell you is, as a state, we want to make that connection much easier for you to make, because there are things that are important for you to understand that are difficult to find in the benefit spectrum. Things such as 5 years free health care for those veterans who are coming home that are post-9/11 vets. The GI Bill, to be used as continuing professional development. We have a high concentration of bachelor degrees already in the military. And with a little bit of time in your schedule, we can transition them to use the GI Bill to get an executive MBA or to go to advanced training that will help your organizations grow. The military also pays a relocation allowance. This is one of the best kept secrets, especially to our HR hiring managers who do targeted recruitment. because this is an opportunity for you to target veterans that have the talent and the skill set and experience that you need for your organization. And we can do it anywhere in the world, from Grafenwehr, Germany, which will be doing a career fair in about 3 weeks, to San Diego, Fort Hood, Texas, and beyond. We want to be able to make that connection easy for you. We also want to help you with a skills translation, because the two biggest areas of feedback that we receive from both veterans and employers are skills translation and how to locate one another. So later this year, we are going to make some upgrades to the MyTalent website, and we'll be making that announcement later this year. But in it will include some skills translation software that will help identify who the right individuals are for your organization. Because what we've seen is if we make that successful transition and we connect the veteran to the opportunity that matches their skill set and their interests, their retention rates are actually much higher than their civilian counterparts. But if we don't get to that skills translation, then we put both the employer and the veteran on the wrong path. And so we want to take full advantage of being able to do that. As a state, we've also partnered with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce in one of 3 states that are called All-Star Vet States. It's an effort for the state of Michigan to engage that talent pipeline further upstream so that we can do targeted outreach on active duty installations across the world. And this is something that we would love to work with you to do. And finally, we've created a vet-friendly employer criteria because we want to build a true collaboration to get this done. We want to partner with organizations to help you develop your strategic plan for hiring veterans. We want to help you with your recruitment strategies and use the networks that we have to connect back to active duty while they're making the decision what they want to do after they take the uniform off. We've got people here today that are out in the booth area, but I want to tell you 3 ways to connect with us. You can go to the booth, which is Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency, located out in the Grand Foyer. You can also go to our website, michiganveterans.com. And finally, we have a 1-800 number, 1-800-MICH-VET. It's 1-800-MICHVET. Together, we can work to accomplish a strategy that will yield the results that you need and connect you with the veterans that you would like to in order to have a successful transition for them and a successful experience for you. And with that, I'd like to introduce 3 veterans that I have in the room today. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We have men and women across the state who are actively seeking the opportunity to work for you. But we're fortunate to have 3 today, and I'm going to ask them to come up front, beginning with Michael Welch. Michael served as a military police officer in the United States Army, where he held top secret clearances. Welch also participated in peacekeeping missions and was a special reaction team member. After leaving the military, served as a government contractor, as a physical security specialist, fuel manager, and close protection detail member. When he rejoined the civilian population, became a certified locksmith with the Associated Locksmiths of America and ran his own business for 2 years. Welch completed his Bachelor of Science in Business in July and is currently pursuing a Master of Business Administration program at Spring Arbor University with a concentration in Human Resources Management. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Welch. Next, I'd like to introduce Michael Sisala. I promise not everyone's name is Michael. Michael's life path first took him to the United States Air Force, where he diagnosed and repaired malfunctioning avionic equipment using technical data, schematics, wire diagrams, and test equipment. Now he's using that experience to help pursue a career in software engineering. For the past year, he has been a customer support specialist for DaySmart Software, where he set up local area network and wide area networks remotely and provided detailed training for new and longtime users. Michael recently transferred to the University of Michigan Dearborn after receiving an associate's degree in computer and information science from Henry Ford Community College. There, he is pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Information Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Susala. And finally, I would like to invite Donald Cugini to come up. Donald's a highly skilled and accomplished aviation maintenance technician with 20 years of diverse experience as a naval aviation structural mechanic. Cugini is a core-trained yellow belt and green belt in Lean Six Sigma theory of constraints. He has a successful record of professional service that includes competency in helicopter systems maintenance, system troubleshooting, composite repair, and quality assurance. While deployed to Operation Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom in the Western Pacific between January and July of 2009, he was responsible for leading the efforts of 6 different work centers in troubleshooting and repair of aircraft discrepancies, and safely completed over 1,000 launch and recovery operations. In addition, Cugini developed extensive safety training curriculum for motorcycle safety, ensuring the proper training of nearly 150 motorcyclists. In 2010, he was certified for the occupation of airframe mechanic by the U.S. Department of Labor Apprenticeship Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Cugini. Collectively, these young men exhibit over 30 years of service to their nation. And not only in the Military Occupational Skill Code, not only in their military occupational skill code that they were trained, but through these deployments, these men will tell you that all veterans have to exercise well outside of their job description. It's about troubleshooting, it's about working, it's about continuous improvement, because for the last 13 years, these men and women have faced a living, breathing enemy that gets a vote each and every day in what happens on the battlefield. Their ability to stand in front of you is a testament to their ability to do change management and to be resilient and to continue to lead in the face of adversity.